I used 5 main strategies to come up with viral video ideas that get views like this for myself and also my clients. And in this video, I'm going to share all 5 of them with you so that you'll never run out of Bangor video ideas ever again. So let's start with strategy number 1, the absurdity formula. The absurdity formula relies on creating content that is within the realm of possibility, but is so absurd that it seems almost impossible. And I'm going to show you how to use it for yourself. In the early days of YouTube, it wasn't that hard to get a ton of views if you knew what you were doing because the standards for content were so much lower than what they are now. For example, 6 years ago Mr. Beast published this video where he gave away $10,000, which was absolutely crazy for the time. It ended up getting 10 million views, whereas this video on giving away $10,000 that was posted by a creator who has way more subs than Mr. Beast did at the time only got 35,000 views, which is pretty good and nonetheless, but is a long shot off of Mr. Beast's 10 million nowadays. If an unknown creator were to publish this video, it had probably struggled to even crack 1,000 views, potentially because giving away $10,000 in a video is no longer absurd enough because it's been done so many times to way bigger scales. So to use the absurdity formula, you need to come up with ideas that people think are absurd or aren't possible. On my old game dev channel, Nate Dev, I created a video called I Made a Game in 1 line of code which got over 2 million views. The reason this video did so well is that most people understand that even small video games require hundreds, if not thousands of lines of code to make them work, so doing it in 1 line of code was crazy to people. However, I mentioned earlier that it also needs to be within the realm of possibility, despite seeming almost impossible. And this is important because if you make an absurd claim and then don't deliver on it in the video, your viewers will get upset and click off your video, killing its performance. On the flip side, if you make a bold claim like I did and then actually deliver on it, you'll get way more clicks on your video than you even know what to do with. In fact, I literally did this with 2 other videos on the exact same channel that did the same thing as the first. So to use this technique for yourself, you want to first put yourself in the mind of the viewer and then write down 10 to 20 absurd video ideas. Don't even worry about whether these ideas are possible right now, just generate the absolute best videos you can think of. For example, if you make finance content, you might want to make a video called I don't know, I built a $10 million business in 24 hours. Or if you make cooking videos, for example, maybe you'll come up with a video called Cooking a 5-star gourmet meal with $5. Just make sure your ideas don't seem too impossible or viewers will think you're lying and won't click. And once you've written down a bunch of video ideas, you'll want to figure out exactly how you're going to deliver on them, which might seem really difficult until you get creative and realize that you can cap a little bit if you just follow it up with a super educational or entertaining video to make up for it. For example, in this video where I made a game without using my computer, I technically made the game without using my computer because I actually ended up calling my friends on my phone and telling them how to make the game with their computers. And the only reason this worked and it didn't feel like clickbait to my audience is because I followed it up with a super entertaining story and video. But if this strategy doesn't end up working as well as you'd like, then don't worry because I have 4 more strategies that I'm going to show you for coming up with viral video ideas. Which leads me on to number 2, the social hack. Social hacking involves creating an idea that capitalizes on familiarity and relevance. Even large brands like Nike outside of YouTube use social hacking, like when they partner with Michael Jordan to create the Jordan shoe line. And I'm going to show you how you can use this method as well. But first, take a look at George Yonko's channel. You can see that his videos get tens of thousands of views with the odd video getting a few million views and then bam, he creates a video with Andrew Tate becoming his most popular video and gets over 12 million views. The reason social hacking, he knew that his core audience was in the range of 18 to 25-year-old men. And what does this audience love? Andrew Tate. So he got in contact with his best friend Patrick Fit. David asked him to connect with Andrew, flew all the way out to Romania and then did a podcast with him. He took on a ton of risk but it paid off because of the power of social hacking. His audience was super familiar with Andrew, so they clicked right away. Now the good news is that you don't even need to have somebody famous come onto your channel to utilize social hacking. Instead, you can always just capitalize on stuff that's currently trending. For example, the game Palworld recently blew up, so on our client's channel, we knew a video about it would probably do well. However, every single video about Palworld circulating YouTube at the time was talking about the game's controversies. And we knew that if we didn't do something different, we'd just get lost in the sea of videos saying the exact same stuff over and over again and probably wouldn't get fused. So we took a different approach and instead focused on Palworld's marketing success. And it became a 20x outlier on the channel, pulling in over 20,000 views on a newish 300 sub channel. And speaking of outliers, let's move on to number 3, the outlier method. An outlier is a video that performs extremely well compared to everything else on a given channel. Now, a lot of outliers come as a result of luck. But these days there are tools that specifically help you find outliers. And I'm going to show you the one that I use every single day. So first, you'll want to find niches that are adjacent to yours, meaning you share a very similar audience with them. For example, the Roblox niche is very adjacent to the Minecraft niche, the female fashion niche is adjacent to the male fashion niche, and the YouTube education niche is actually adjacent to the finance niche. Basically, find niches with a very high audience overlap to yours. Then you'll want to use the tool 1 of 10 to search these niches for videos that are huge outliers and then adapt them to fit your niche. For example, when generating ideas for this channel, I searched through the finance niche because it has a very similar audience to the YouTube education niche and found Alex Hormozi's video if I wanted to become a millionaire in 2024. This is what I would do full blueprint, which was a pretty big outlier. I then adapted it for my own channel and created the video The Blueprint to blow up on YouTube in 2024, and it got a 1 of 10 almost instantly. 1 of 10 has also been kind enough to sponsor this video. But I genuinely use this tool every single day to give myself fresh inspiration for video ideas on a plethora of different channels I'm working on, and it's never let me down. In fact, it's literally the third tab in my bookmarks box are for easy access and for good reason. So if you want to use 1 of 10 like I do, then click the link in the description below for a 20% off discount code. Next up is number 4, the research tab alongside recommendations. A lot of viewers also find videos through YouTube search features, and you can use that to your advantage with the research technique. To use this technique, you want to first go to YouTube Studio Analytics and then click the research tab, where you'll be able to see things that viewers of your channel are searching for when looking for a video. In fact, it'll also show you searches that had what YouTube calls content gap, which are gaps in the market where there's high demand for a specific search term and not a lot of supply or content to deliver on that search term. So if you're ever stuck for a topic idea, I suggest checking out the research tab on your channel and using a content gap search. You already know people want it, and that in turn will increase the chances of it going viral if again, you follow it up with a banger video. And finally, number 5 is the recommendation station. The recommendation station is the simplest of the 5 strategies. To keep it simple, here's a quick tutorial on how to do it. First, you'll want to download the 1 of 10 Chrome extension using my link in the description below. Then you'll want to go to the YouTube recommendations page, and the 1 of 10 Chrome extension will then give you the outlier scores on the side of each video. Once you find a video that is in a niche that's somewhat adjacent to yours, you can then just repackage that video and then use it on your own channel. Very similar to how we do it with the 1 of 10 tool, except it's so much easier, and you can even do this while you're on a break watching YouTube or doing anything else. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, and if I missed any of your favorite ways to come up with video ideas, then just comment them down below so that I can make another video like this.